Okay, so I'm just gonna comb back so that we can kind of spray, get the flies, sorry girly, get the flies out, make sure that it's gonna slick down and not give us any problems. Then from here we're gonna part, stay right here, on one side, and we're gonna part the same amount on the other side. Which should give us, can't see from the back, the bump with, there we go, good. Okay, so I parted it down to here, and then I just pulled the rest of the hair into a side pony to get it out of the way so that we can do the first bump. So we're gonna rat in sections so that the bump actually is a bump. And then spray the back so the rat stays in, and rat a little bit more, and then let it fall forward. Then we do the second section, and it doesn't have to be exact, just another section of hair. And then we do the same thing, we rat and spray and rat again, and usually I only do like 3 different sections, so this will be the last one. But if you have a certain way that bump looks good in your kid's hair, do it that way. I'm okay with that. Last one, rat. This one doesn't have to be as big because it'll be harder to get it to stay down. And then you pull everything back over. Good, look up a little bit for me. There you go. And I usually just kind of brush out the front. And we'll slick that down again with hairspray. You just kind of get the top layer so that you can't see the rats through the bump. I just put a bobby pin on both sides of the bump at the crown of her head, and tried to make sure I got all the hair in so that nothing would fall out later, because the bangs are usually a little bit shorter than the rest of the hair. And once that was done, I just brushed out any of the snarls past the bobby pin. And then you can just twist the excess hair and have your child hold it. Make sure she doesn't pull because the bump will come out. So then I'm taking this part out of the hair elastic, and we're just gonna slick it back into a pony. So you can get it wet, however is kind of the best way to slick your kid's hair back. And you're just gonna slick it back into a pony. It'll be a pony right underneath this part of the hair that's been parted off. You wanna make sure you get hairspray all over so that it's slicked and looks nice, because we don't want any flies. I even do a little bit underneath to get these little tiny hairs. And then use my comb to brush it up so that they're in there. And then I'm gonna have her switch this to the other side. Don't pull though. And then I'll slick this side. And then we just take the hair and we're just gonna pull it into a pony. Actually, I want to do it a little bit higher than that so it's right underneath. So look up for me just a little bit. There we go. So I've just used a few bun bobby pins to pull this into a bun. It doesn't have to, you're not going to see the bun, so it doesn't have to be a cute one. But just pull it and try to get it as close to your child's head as possible so that it doesn't make the other part that goes over the top of it poke out too much. just at this point, make sure everything's slicked back in place on both sides. And then turn around. And in the back. So now we have the excess hair. We're gonna rat it the same way we did the first time. We have someone holding the bobby pins so that they don't come out, and then we have, again, spray and rat, and then leave, and then you get the rest of the hair, and you do the same thing. You rat it, especially at the root, so that it can fit over the top of the bun. Okay, pick your head up, move. And rat. And then they both should lay right over the top. You can just smooth it out. Try not to, and then you'll be able to pull it. So now we're gonna try to grab and pin around the bun. And you can do that with someone helping you. Just kind of pin down and underneath so that it stays. You want to get enough bobby pins in there so it does stay.
Well, there's one more.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let me see. So then we're just going to stick one across the bottom, all the ones on the bottom, to kind of hold it in better. And then you're just going to take the pins and you're going to shove this hair up underneath into where the bun is, and you're just going to pin it up into there. So once the hair's pinned up in, you can then kind of reshape the back and just so this is kind of the gist of it. Obviously you can reshape better when you have more bobby pins, but everything's slicked in and tucked under, and yeah.